Hey guys, it's Nikos with TechThrow, and today we'll be taking a look at the Speck CandyShell for the iPad. The CandyShell retails for $49.99 on the speckproducts.com website, and you can actually get it on Amazon right now for, let's take a look right now, it's $33.99 on Amazon, and that's an incredible deal. I actually picked it up last week on Amazon for $27, I believe, and I noticed that the next day it was actually $23, so the price is fluctuating on Amazon, so check it out. You might be able to catch a deal on this. One thing I noticed, actually the first thing I noticed is, let me see if you guys could see this. No you can't. So, as soon as I took it out of the packaging, I noticed a bunch of like surface scratches on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see it on a little bit there. But yeah, I don't think this is the fault of Speck because I've purchased Speck products before. And you know, they always come in great shape, so maybe it was I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's one of my concerns with the case. Not a big deal since it's a case and it's gonna offer protection anyway. Aside from that, it's actually an excellent case. This is on an iPad 3G, so I know with I think a Kali case fit a little bit differently on the 3G than it did on the Wi-Fi only version because of the antenna on the top. But this case fits great. I mean, you have a little bit of play down here in the upper left corner, as you can see. You know, a little bit of play in the case, but that's good. You don't want it super tight. It does cover most of the bezel around the front. However, it leaves a tiny bit for show. That bezel doesn't really scratch, at least not as easily as the iPhone bezel, so that's not a big deal to me. The volume rocker is covered. Let me just make sure this is in focus here. Actually, let me bring this up. And let's focus this. There we go. Alright, the volume rocker is covered, sorry. And yeah, it feels pretty good. You know, it adds a little bit of stiffness since it's under rubber, but still works well. The screen orientation lock switch is exposed, and you know, I don't have large fingers, but it's easy enough for me to get mine in there to switch it. And the top button is covered as well. I really like the way the buttons feel on the iPad as compared to the iPhone, but you know, this changes the feel of the buttons. However, you know, that's expected since it's under rubber again, and it offers protection. The headphone jack is exposed. It is a little bit, as you can see, it's kind of in there. The case rises up off of it, so you might not be able to get every headphone in there, but if you have standard earbuds, they should all fit. I have a pair of Sennheiser HD25s that fit. And you know, most headphones should fit, but I do have a pair of headphones that don't fit. So actually, it was a cable wire. It was an 1/8 inch to RCA wire that didn't fit. But you shouldn't have trouble with most headphones or wires. So yeah, let's get back in focus here. Sorry about that. I'm using manual mode right now. Not quite used to this camera yet. So let's pop the case off. I've only done this once, so bear with me here. And then we'll pop it back on. I noticed it's a lot easier to get this on and off than it was the Speck CandyShell for the iPhone. Let's put this aside. And as you can see on the inside of the case, it's kind of perforated here. You have a bunch of, not holes that go all the way through, but allow for a little more give, I guess, a little more bending and a little bit more maybe airflow to get through there. Not that the iPad gets hot, but always good to have. This is actually not a stand. You shouldn't use this as a stand, as it says in the manual, but it's actually for the iPad dock with the keyboard, so you can dock this. It is dockable, and when you want to sync, you actually have to pop this open like this and just plug the cable in. Not a big deal. So yeah, this is the case itself. Maybe we get a better, yeah, now you can see those surface scratches on it. You know, not a big deal, but not something I'd expect from a brand new product that comes in the mail. So now that we've popped it off, we'll pop it back on, just see how easy the installation is. And first let's take a look at the iPad itself. It's still in mint condition, so the case is doing a great job. Absolutely no scratches or scuffs or anything of that nature on it. So let's pop this on. I like to pop the side with the buttons on first, just to get them in. And I've only done this once or twice, so bear with me. We're gonna pop this end in. Sorry if I'm not getting this on camera. I can't really see what's going on. So we're gonna pop that side in, kind of push it in there, and then pop the bottom in, and finally snap this up. And it might feel a little resistive at first as you're popping this latch up, but it's not doing any damage at all. This is all rubber. As I failed to mention already, this is all rubber. The button covers are rubber, and the back is like hard plastic. So yeah, that's the Speck CandyShell for the iPad. Actually, that's not in all the way. There we go. And I definitely recommend this case, especially if you could find it on Amazon for below retail, which was very surprising to me. I saw it as low as $23 actually, so that's an incredible deal right there. And as always, I'm very happy with the Speck product. I don't believe it comes with a screen shield. But you know, most cases aren't going to come with an iPad screen shield since it is, you know, a larger screen and everything, and a new product. But yeah, definitely give this case a shot if you like the design. Oh, something else I should mention is the iPad, when I first got it, was kind of awkward to hold. Not awkward, but you know, I was afraid. I didn't want to drop it. I didn't want to just set it down on a table. You know, I didn't want it to scratch up. And actually, when I was actually holding it, it felt a little, I don't know, it's thin, so it's kind of hard to grasp, especially if you're doing certain things. But this case adds a little bit of bulk, as you can see, just a tiny bit, but just enough to make it more comfortable to hold. So that's another upside to the case. I think you'll experience that with most cases, and the iPad just gives it a little bit better grip. So yeah, definitely check that case out. I definitely recommend it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.